people in the building. I'm starting to call. We got Cali. We got 585 in the building. Hold on, let me bring up the chat box. I know we got El Paso. I know we got Texas. We got Detroit. Who else? We got Houston in the building. Hold on, we got Houston in the building. It's going down. We got Mississippi. Where y'all calling from? What's good? We got 46 on the call. We got Louisiana in the building. Man, use these next 30 seconds to drop the link in the chat. Make sure you plug your team in. If you're looking to participate and your team members are not on this call, go ahead and plug them in. Let me see who else we got. We got San Antonio on the call. Shout out to y'all for being on this call, man. I missed y'all. What's good, family? What's good, family? Turn cameras on. Hold on. We almost at 50. I feel something crazy about to go down. Make sure y'all turn those cameras on. Ladies, all the lady bosses, all the fellas, turn those cameras on. I want to see that face. I want to see those faces because I got to connect with your soul. I want to understand that. Hold on. We gotta mute everybody in the chat. Cool. But turn on those cameras. Like, what's up? Y'all can't play the background all your life. You gotta turn those cameras on. You gotta step into your light. You gotta step into your shine. You gotta be the first person in your generation to break this curse of poverty. Like, turn those cameras on. We got 46 people on the call. I gotta see some faces before we start this call, man. Y'all know how I do on this call. I want to connect with your soul. I want to make sure you real. I want to make sure you ain't catfishing. I want to make sure, like, we ain't catfishing on this call. You got to be real. This is my family. I love y'all. I want to see y'all beautiful faces. Turn those cameras on. We got Desmond on. Okay, we got Chanel on. Kayla got her camera on. Herbie got his camera on. Okay, Tyree got his camera on. Carlos. Look, Sissy been driving. She got her camera on. No excuses. Andrew, Garrett. Sano, I see you. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start the call, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, I want to make sure the connection is good. Go ahead and drop a 777 in the chat for a number of completion. I want to make sure we're not lagging. I want to make sure the connection is good because something special is about to happen on this call. Something that's said on this call is going to change the way that you're trading. I want y'all to understand that there is something special we have been doing, right? We've been using the blueprint that has been provided to us. So without further ado, I actually want to introduce myself to all 45 of you guys. We got to get this call up to 50. We got to get this call up to 50 before Tyreek come on, man. He got the secret sauce to basically help you guys go ahead and set a plan for you to walk away from your job, just like he and I both did, right? So I know a lot of you guys are on this call. You might not know who I am. You actually might not even have ever seen from me or heard from me, but you probably on Tyree's team, right? Some of you guys are on my team too. So what I want to tell you guys is that I started off exactly where you are right now, okay? My name is Centri. I'm from Rochester, New York. Right now I'm 27. I recently just celebrated a birthday, so I'm stepping into a new person, and I'm always looking to get better, right? I'm always looking to improve. I'm always asking my team, what can I do to help you more? I'm always putting myself out there to be more educated. But not too long ago, what I want y'all to understand is that I really, really struggled throughout my 20s financially. I was that girl that they counted out. I was the one who had a kid when I was 16, right? Some of you guys might follow me on Instagram and you see my son, right? And you guys are actually watching him progress in front of you. He's literally about to outgrow me. He's almost the same height as me. But one thing that people don't see is the backstory of the entrepreneurs and how we came to be at the point that we're at. So I actually want to connect with you guys on a real level so that you can understand that if I can make it and if Tyree can make it, you can make it too. If we can hit certain levels in the business and trade at the same time, you can too. If we can use these products to change ourselves, right, and to reposition ourselves financially, you guys can do it too. There's nothing special about us. We all have access to the same platform. It's just all about the work ethic. So what we're going to talk about today is how to become a product of a product, right? So most of you guys have been following me. And one thing that you don't know is that I struggled before I came across this platform. You know, I had a kid at 16. So that put me into adulthood a lot faster than the average female that was born when I was born. So here I was struggling. I was working job to job. and just getting any job. If I didn't like it, I would quit it. I worked in healthcare. I worked in fast food. And when I was growing up, I thought that I was going to go to the WNBA. That was me. That was my dream. I thought that I was going to be a basketball player, and I thought that I was going to go to school. I was going to get a full ride, and I was just going to go to school for nursing, and I was going to play on the basketball team wherever I got a full scholarship. But what ended up happening to me was I sprained my ankle when I was actually trying out for the modified team right in the high school. You know, you play modified, JV, and then you go on to varsity. Right? Similar to like this business. You start off platinum 150, you know, you got your little trading team, y'all working together, then you graduate to JV, right? P600, now you got some people with you, you got some leaders, right? And then you go ahead and you go to varsity, right? You go to varsity P1000 and up. So what we're going to talk about today is how to use the products to actually help this journey become a lot simpler for you, right? So when I first started, I still had a lot of confusion. Because like I told you, I thought I was going to be a basketball player. But when I sprained my ankle, I never played the same again. I never shot the same again. My jump shot was off. I didn't accelerate. So my passion was gone. Like my belief level had really went down. My confidence had been affected, man. So from that point on, I knew I wasn't going to the WNBA because you have to be the elite of the elite and the best of the best to actually be drafted and to be on a national platform, right? So once that dream was over, I pretty much I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, you know, getting involved in the wrong things. And I just was very easily influenced because I didn't have anything to really stand on. So this was me, you know, and I had a kid early in high school, right? Wrong people, wrong influences, wrong decisions, and potentially with no real guidance. No real mentorship. So for you guys that are on this call and Tyree has taken you under his wing and introduced you to this amazing platform, you guys got to be blessed and grateful, right? If there's any college kids on the call, drop a 77 in the chat. I want to make sure we're engaging, right? You probably got some moms on the chat. You got some parents on the chat. And then you have some people who are grinding right now. You're waking up every day. You're still going to work. You're remaining organized, right? And you're trying to find a balance between working and going ahead and learning this skill set, right? So there's a variety of type of people. So shout out to Tyree for actually getting you guys on this call. I want to thank you. But long story short, when I got introduced to this platform, I was at my lowest of lows. And what happened to me was it was a really unique situation. You know, I had just moved into my first new apartment. So I thought I was doing something. You know, ladies, how we feel. We get our first little apartment, a little two-bedroom, you know, a little knick-knack. But, you know, to the rest of the world, it's a hole in the walls. But to you, it's like a kingdom, right? So here I am. I'm this young single mom, and me and my son's dad, we're raising the kid together. We're kids raising kids, right? So I was ridiculed for that throughout my whole childhood. I was counted out. Right? They said I was going to become a stereotype. They said I would never amount to anything. They said that I would actually basically be a bitter baby mom, stuck in the hood, depending on welfare and food stamps and social services and government housing. That's what society had for me before my mentor introduced me to I Am Mastery Academy, right? And more specifically, the apps that come along with I Am Mastery Academy. Right? So here I was, I had my new apartment, and before I knew it, my son's dad got locked up, so everything took a drastic change, right? So at the time, I didn't know what to do. I only had one income, right? Now it was down to one income. We got daycare, we got bills, we got the house, right? Just remember, I just moved into a little hole in the wall, and I thought it was a palace, right? You gonna treat it how you feel like you gonna treat it. Right? A home is a home if you make it a home. So here I was just stuck in a real situation where I needed help. I was actually praying for a way to make it out, right? I wanted the simplest way for me to get to the next level. And what I want you guys to realize is when you pray for something, you have to do your part and prepare for that blessing that you want to come your way. And the simplest way I can put it, God allows somebody to create these apps to go ahead and make our journey to success a lot simpler.
He knew we needed something, and the universe gave it to us. So I want you guys to be prepared, because I was able to come in here and use not only Gold Cup but swipe trades, right, and swipe coin to go ahead and get that hands-on experience. So here I was. I had one job. I was trying to make it, and I came across Forex, and the platform just amazed me. It blew my mind. And the fact that we could have apps on our phone, and these apps are helping us make money, from that point on, I never looked back. So I want to encourage you guys to pull out your notebooks and get ready to hear from somebody who has been a success story for Gold Cup, right? And if you guys are new to this call and you don't know what Gold Cup is, maybe you're watching this video and you just got started, and you actually are intrigued by the apps. You want to get it going. You want to see your first profits. I want to let you guys know that Gold Cup is the way. This week alone, we've been hitting TPs, ladies and gentlemen, right? And the week before that, we were even more accurate. So I want to let you guys know the system works. It's all about, do you work? When I came in this business, I had no choice but to put in the work. My son's dad was locked up. I had to maintain a household. All the bills were coming from me and my account. So I had no choice but to go all in with my investment. See, you guys are treating this like it's 235. But when I got started, I was treating this like I just invested $1 million. And I need that return back as soon as possible, because I don't know when his dad's getting out of jail. And I don't know too many people that can make money while you're in jail. So here I was, like 18, 19, and I was just dealing with life. And I decided that, you know what, I'm going to work this system because I see so many other people having success that I want to be a part of it, right? A lot of you guys have fell in love with the culture. Now really, really be about the culture. Don't just love the culture for the clout, but really be about the culture. Use the apps. Be a product of the product. I've been able to come over here and use Gold Cup, and not only that, now I'm teaching my son how to use Gold Cup. He already mastered swipe trades. Swipe trades is really simple. It's easier than playing Candy Crush. It's easier than playing Minecraft. So all you guys, don't just think about this for yourself. Think about the opportunities and the wealth that you're creating for your kids' kids. Right? Because now my son knows how to use Gold Cup. So if a 10-year-old knows how to use Gold Cup, why don't you know how to use Gold Cup? If you guys caught some tips off of Gold Cup this week, drop some fire emojis in the chat. Because I want to make sure I'm not the only one eating. I try to make sure everybody on my team understands how to use the products. And that's the purpose of the call today. The purpose of the call today was to actually show you guys, like, hey, I'm not the only one that was able to walk away from my 9-to-5 by simply using the products. But Tyree has done the same thing. And he's been able to travel and catch pits and teach his team how to become a product of the product, how to make money off of these products, how to copy and paste and profit, right? See, one thing that I realized is once money wasn't the issue, I could truly, truly serve people the way I wanted. So once I figured out that I didn't want money to stress me out anymore, and Gold Cup was allowing me to actually provide an additional source of income, which took off a lot of stress, right? Ladies, now we can get our nails done, we can get our hair done, we can go buy stuff for the house, we can update our wardrobe. Ladies, y'all know what we do. We like our candles, we like our smell good, we like to get our hair done, okay? And we ain't settling for the cheap. So we need something extra to go ahead and supplement that. Fellas, y'all know y'all like a haircut. Y'all know y'all like to play games. Y'all know y'all like to eat big. Y'all eat big meals, right? Y'all spend money on little knick-knack stuff that us ladies just don't understand. You know, little controllers and headsets and tech stuff and speakers and Bluetooths. You know, all type of guy stuff. Like, fellas, what do you spend your Forex funds on? Drop it in the chat. Let us know, fellas. If you've been able to make a withdrawal with Gold Cup, drop in the chat box something that you rewarded yourself with, right? Who made a withdrawal and rewarded themselves with some Gold Cup earnings? See, everything I said. Food, but we got somebody on here said that. They buy everything that they need for their kids with Gold Cup. Right? How powerful is that? Like, see, we ain't playing no more. Like, we're not playing about this platform. You're going to learn how to use these apps. Like, and today is going to be the day that you really learn. If you ain't learned before, today gonna be that day. And I'm sorry the one that gotta be able to deliver it like this, but somebody had to tell you, and that person had to be me, right? So I don't know what y'all was thinking, but Gold Cup is the way to go. And sometimes you guys just gotta put on your big girl boots and your big boy pants, and you gotta strap up and say, "Let's go." Like, why are the trade signals coming in and you not taking them? And then in 20 minutes, everybody else has profited, but you didn't plug in. So if you're new on this call, and even if you've been trading for a minute, plug in. Like, let's be real. Who has skipped over a Gold Cup trade? Just because you just was like, yeah, I ain't paying attention to it. Like, be real in the chat box. If you ever had it happen, just be real, right? Because we all transparent. And I'm going to be real with you. Last night, it was an extra trade sent out. It was a gold trade sent out. And I did look at it. And guess what? I took it. Even though I had stopped trading for the day, I still took it. And guess what? I woke up this morning and TP was smashed. So I made money in my sleep because I decided to put in that extra effort. See, you got to be willing to do the things that the average person isn't willing to do. The average person isn't willing to download apps to make money. See, the average person is willing to download apps for entertainment. The average person is willing to download apps to talk to girls, to talk to guys, to flirt, to text, to hook up. See, the average person isn't willing to download apps to make money, to create generational wealth, to learn a new skill set, to create a legacy for their kids' kids and their kids' kids. So you guys got to be willing to do what the average person isn't willing to do to get the results that the average people don't have. If that makes sense, drop your favorite emoji in the chat. Because if you're getting value from what I'm saying, I know for sure you're going to be ready for Tyree. I know for sure you're going to be ready for Tyree. So I want to give y'all 30 more seconds to take the link and drop it in your chat, post a flyer, do what you need to do, because Tyree is about to get on here right now and break it down simple, step by step, how he was able to use Gold Cup to walk away from his 9 to 5. So it's not only us winning, but there's thousands of people getting the same alerts, right? And I want y'all to really understand what's happening when these alerts get sent to your phone. It's basically like a genius sending you alerts saying, hey, let's hop in a trade and make some money together. So I want y'all to understand you are not in this alone. The fact that the educators want to share their ideas with you, they want you to know that you are not in this trading journey alone. So if you're not alone, drop "I'm not alone" in the chat box right now. Let me see you type it in the chat box. Say, I am not alone. I want to make sure everybody knows that we have people here that can help you plug into your first trade. We have people that can help you get over a trade that you lost. We have people that can help you learn from your mistakes. We have people over here that are willing to set aside time to make sure that you get this, to make sure that you're eating with us. See, because everybody eats over here. We're not selfish. It's one team, one culture, one vision, one mission. I'm so glad I'm recording this call. Hey, don't steal that. I'm adding that to my mission statement right now. You know what? Quote me on Instagram. Just quote me on. Matter of fact, what did I say? Who was listening enough to say what did I say? Because that was fire. You know what? You know what? This is a test. Who was taking notes? Like who was taking notes? Like, who was really taking notes? Let me see them notebooks. Okay, CJ got his notebook out. Because I want to make sure y'all ready for somebody that's about to get on here and take you next level. Andrew got his notebook out. Truth got his notebook out. Vivian got her notebook out. What's up? Bring them notebooks out right now. Right? Bring those notebooks out right now. Because I just wanted to make sure that everybody is ready for the person that I'm about to be on. The person that I'm about to bring on is very, very special to me. Because before I got introduced to him, I was just a swipe coin baby. I was a swipe trade baby. You know, I like Vibrata and the web analyzer. So those people that were winning with Gold Cup, I let them win how they were winning because I already had a strategy. But then I had to sit back and think, like, I'm going next level. And this is my year. So you know what? I want to take full advantage of this opportunity, and I want to use all the products. I want to use what's winning. I want to add more abundance to my life. I no longer want to block off my blessings. I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be stubborn. I want to open myself up to more abundance, right? So when I was able to get connected with Tyree and I started to hop on his calls and see, how in detail he was breaking down how easy it is to use Gold Cup on a daily basis, I instantly plugged in. Right, I bought the app for $20. I went ahead and added US 30, and I never looked back. So not only am I mastering 3 products, but then I went ahead and added on something different. So before I bring him on this call, I gotta make sure we're on the same level. I want to make sure you on this call because you see that there's a way for you to improve. Because the purpose of this call is to help you go next level. No matter if you started today or if you've been in this for 6 months and you still want to see more progress in your trading account. Tyree is somebody that I respect. This is my brother in business. I love him to death because when he gets on here, he ain't going to play no games. He going to make sure that you understand this information. And if you don't, we're going to redirect you to somebody else that can help you understand it on another level, right? So what we're here to do is help you guys understand the basics and how to use the platform, the same platform that unlocked us from that 9 to 5, right? This is the year to walk away from your 9 to 5. I've had multiple people on my team do it, and if they can do it, you can do it too. So without further ado, if you're ready for Tyree to show you how to go ahead and use Gold Cup on a daily basis, say I'm ready in the chat box. Let them say I'm ready in the chat box because I got a crazy feeling Tyree is a sneeze away from P1000. So if you're ready to see him go next level and talk his talk and give you that Gold Cup drip sauce, drop them drips in the chat box. Say I'm ready. Drop some drip sauce. Get your people on the call. Hop in the chat box on Telegram. Let them know that it's time. Tyree is about to step to the mic and he's about to drop them rhymes. Let's go. If y'all ready for Tyree, I need some energy in that pop box. Let's go. Yo, she over there shaking it. She over there shaking the bed. Let's go. Let's go. We doing laundry trading. My boy. I'm about to get ready to make you whole. I see you. Go ahead and take it away. I'm about to mute myself so you take over my guy.
Yo, can everybody hear me? Let me get y'all drop a 1 in the chat if everybody can hear me loud and clear. If everybody can hear me, let me get y'all drop a 1 in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Miss Self-Pay Rose, Lady Boss. One thing I do want to start off with the call is Rose actually called me to do this call like a month ago, y'all. So I need y'all to really understand because I feel like some people really kind of take for granted the information that y'all are getting. Because y'all might just think we might just be throwing some of this stuff together kind of like last minute, things like that. So pretty much what I want to make y'all aware of, she actually planned this call about a month ago, maybe a little over a month ago, something to where she called me. She said, hey, this is Tyree, this is something I want to do. Would you be available to do this? If so, mark it on your calendar and I'll give you a reminder. So I need everybody first off to drop in the chat. I need y'all to say thank you, Rose, in the chat. I need everybody to say thank you, Rose, in the chat because I wouldn't even be on this call if it wasn't for her. Like I said, it does take people to be able to reach out, to be able to make things like this happen. It's not always going to be something that people have the ability to do just because we all have things going on, Some people have kids. Some people have significant others. Some people still have a job, which is something I'm going to try to helpfully show y'all how y'all can get over, because whenever I had a job, nothing against jobs, but as we all know, if you had the ability to make similar or the same amount of money that you have to make physically going somewhere that you want to be at on a daily basis, I remember how many times I used to work for somebody who used to show favoritism, right? Everybody's worked for a boss. They're like, bro, you're like, it's favoritism. Like I work harder than that person, but you're going to give them more credit than me. Specifically, I'm going to tell you, I don't even know how many people I told this. When I quit my job and I put in my 2 weeks on November 18th, right? It was an impulse decision because my boss was showing favoritism. And I was kind of like, bro, at that point, I was over it. I was already in this company for a few months. I had started matching daily and weekly what I was making at my job, which is all I needed to justify quitting. That's usually what I tell people. Some people feel like they need to wait until they're making more money to go ahead and do this 100%. Now, I'm not going to tell you go out there and quit your job. That's not what I'm saying. Like, make sure you have money saved up. I usually recommend paying some of your bills ahead, right? If you have rent, maybe try to pay a rent like 3 months ahead of time, right? If you have a car, maybe try to pay a car a little bit up. If you have insurance, things like that. So be smart whenever you quit your job, but don't be the person that says, I need to wait until I make more money to quit my job. Reason why I say that is because if you're making the money at your job and I show you how to make the same amount, why would you not leave at that moment? Like, don't allow yourself to be so afraid that you're like, oh, damn, like I'm actually matching what I make. Let me go ahead and see if I can go ahead and overcome this amount, right? Because there's no peaks. You know, at your job, what your raise is going to be, right? And it's probably a disrespectful number. I remember I used to get like, what, 25 cent, 50 cent, 75-cent raise, and you're supposed to be happy with that, which is the craziest thing I've ever heard. So be aware of being able to take advantage of something so where you can literally give yourself a pay raise damn near on a minute basis, hour basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, right? Second basis. It's something that you really need to pay close attention to. So the main thing I want to start off with is just let y'all know, my name is Tyree Samuels. My Instagram is going to be official Tyree Samuels, OFFICIAL Tyree Samuels, right? So the thing that I need everybody to understand too is if you have anything that's discouraged you whenever you've been in this opportunity, just like stick with it. It is something that's going to come to different people at different points of their life. Like, it's been some people that have been in this company much longer than me and have not seen the success that I've seen, but that's perfectly fine. Like, never try to fast forward your success based off of what you see somebody else doing. Because God forbid, I remember whenever I first came in, and I don't know if y'all ever heard of anybody named Johnny Pham, but Johnny Pham is like one of the dopest scalpers in the game. I didn't know that scalping was like the most difficult trading style to actually conquer, just because emotionally, you're playing with really big lot sizes, you're going for small amounts of pips, and you have to be okay with some crazy drawdown, right? You have to be okay with blowing some accounts, losing a big chunk of money, knowing that you're going to make it back. And I try to imitate that. I came out the gate seeing this dude dropping standards and all type of crazy lot sizes, trading US 30. And I had to take a step back and understand that that wasn't my path. So all of y'all need to first sit down and understand, what kind of trader do you want to be? Do you want to be a scalper? Do you want to be an intraday trader? Do you want to be a swing trader, right? Now, there are some people that can collectively do all three, but it's not very many, right? Intraday and swing trading is not as far removed as scalping. Scalping is literally its own separate entity, right? So the easiest thing to try to do for most people is intraday trading, because most people would like to get their profits the same day that they put in the trade. Not everybody's patient enough to swing trade, but if you do develop the patience, you will theoretically get more pips. It'll just take a little bit longer time. So with all that being said, one of the things I want to touch up on first before we even get started, I want everybody to first do this, because a lot of people that aren't aware that this is something that's really important. Everybody needs to go to their app store and download I Am Academy app. So whenever you go to your app store, it doesn't matter if it's Android, it doesn't matter if it's a iPhone, download the I Am Academy app. The reason why you're going to download the I Am Academy app is because you're going to need to take advantage of something called Pip Talk. It's been a lot of people who I've noticed don't really take advantage of Pip Talk just because maybe they don't really know about it. Pip Talk is extremely similar to, Pip Talk is extremely similar to Telegram. So similar concepts where you download the app on your phone. You're going to actually be able to get notifications and updates whenever the educators are going to send out new posts, whenever the company is going to send out new posts, and things of that nature. So obviously for what we're going to cover today, which is going to be Gold Cup, you're going to want to subscribe to the Gold Cup alert chat. So the Gold Cup chat is going to be something to where they'll make you aware of whenever take profits got hit, whenever a new trade idea was sent out, which you will still need Gold Cup to access. They do not actually send the parameters on the actual Pip Talk. You will have to actually have the product in order to go check it. They'll let you know whenever educators have sessions about to go live, so on and so forth. So like I said, very, very similar to Telegram. The other thing I want to talk about too is make sure that, I'm going to start typing out some stuff. Make sure that everybody has a trading plan. So this is honestly going to be the most important thing, and I'm going to leave this visual on here for a little bit. This is going to be the most important thing on your journey to trading. Doesn't matter if you're taking your own signals, taking his signals, her signals, my signals. It really doesn't matter. because the biggest thing that I stress to people is if you don't have a trading plan and you haven't been successful long term, that's probably why. So there are certain people that have specific trading plans, specifically like the time of day in which they trade, the days of the week that they trade, right? So some of you that trade Sunday, Mondays, and Fridays may have noticed that you probably may or may not have had the most success. Sundays and Fridays, for the most part, are usually considered to be the worst trading days. Why? Because that's the first day the market opens, which means a lot of things are moving slow, obviously because banks are closed on Sundays. And Friday is wrapping up the end of the week, which means a lot of people are getting off of work, banks are getting ready to close, the liquidity is kind of running down unless you're still trading crypto. These are pretty much going to be the 2 worst days to trade. So usually what I tell people is if you've noticed that you take trades on Sundays and Fridays and you lose a lot, you hit a lot of stop losses during a lot of consolidation, maybe you might want to remove those 2 specific days and add that to your trading plan. You'd be like, okay, so part of my trading plan is I'm not going to trade Sundays and Fridays. The 3 best days to trade, though, because I feel like not everybody knows some of this information. There are actually 3 specific days that are known as the 3 best days to trade. And if you're not aware, I would challenge y'all to take notes on this and test what I'm saying as far as if you're having more success whenever you trade on these specific days, which are going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You can ask anybody that trades. This is just not some random sequence of days I came up with. Like everybody collectively knows these 3 specific days are going to be the best days to trade. You might can say Wednesday may be the best day to trade because it literally falls in the middle of the week. So what's your trading plan? You need to know what days you're going to be looking to trade. You also need to know what sessions you're going to be looking to trade. God forbid you try to trade every single session that there is, which you should not, right? So obviously the most liquid sessions are going to be London and New York, right? It doesn't mean you can't trade Sydney. It doesn't mean you can't trade Tokyo, but it does mean the moves are not going to be as strong because 40%, I learned this today, 40% of the actual trades that are executed are going to happen in the London session, which obviously is almost half. And there's 3 more sessions, and within one, you have almost half of all the orders that are executed on a daily basis. So on your trading plan, make sure you know what days you want to trade. These are the 3 best days, right? You can still trade on Friday, Sunday, and Monday if you want to. I'm just giving you the ability to understand when the market is going to be most liquid. You also need to understand what sessions you're looking to trade. New York and London are going to be the most volatile. It doesn't mean you can't have success in Asian, right? Or the Aussie. It's probably just not going to be as high. Now, the other thing that y'all also need to understand too is proper risk management. Proper risk management. So whenever I first came in, everybody can agree. You came into Forex and you were blowing accounts literally left and right, right? Let me get you to drop a 1 in the chat if you've at least blown 1 account. Everybody should be dropping a 1 in the chat. If you've blown at least 1 account in Forex, at least 1, right? Most of y'all have probably blown multiple. Some people have blown double figures, right? I need y'all to drop a 1 in the chat because everybody, if you haven't done it yet, it's probably going to happen. I ain't gonna lie. I had a person on my squad, right? He came in within his first week. He did pretty good. I think he made no income claims. I think he made like a couple $100s or something like that within like his first week. And this is what happens to most people. And I didn't tell him this because I know that in Forex, you kind of got to bump your head a little bit so you can come back to earth. I'm sure whenever you started getting in Forex and you was making your first wins and you maybe took a couple trades by yourself, you're like, damn, like this kind of easy. Like I got this. And then you go out there and then what you do? You either play with the currency you don't know nothing about, which he started trading crypto. I was like, I don't know who told him to trade crypto, but you want to venture off and do your own thing. And then he ended up almost blowing his account. And you want to know what I told him? I said, welcome to the prestigious club of blowing your account. I was like, you are now in a fraternity that you will never be able to remove yourself from. And I said all that to say like in a joking way, because if you blow your first account, that's not like, oh my God, like it's the end of the world. So what I want y'all to do next time somebody on your team blows your account, make them aware of how great that is. Because you want to know what that means. If they blew their account, now they're more open to listening to everything you have to say. Do y'all feel me when I say that? If you allow somebody, right, I'm not saying just throw them into the fire, but people are going to ignore you to a certain extent. You're going to be like, hey, man, do 0.01. They're going to be like, man, 0.01, I only made like $1 last time I did that. I'm going to put a 0.10. And then they go out there and hit their stop loss. And so you're going to have to let the people on your team bump your head. I went through that early on. I tried to, in your head, you think you're protecting them. They're going to go out there and do what they want to do. At the time that they take a big loss or blow their account, I guarantee they're going to be way more open to listening to you. And it's going to be something that they can understand whenever you make them aware that this is normal. Hey, you know what? You blew your account. I still remember the first time I blew my account. Make it something to where they understand this is normal, right? It's not normal to continue happening, but if you just started, that is normal. So those are going to be the 3 main bases of your trading plan. Obviously, I can go into way more detail as far as like picking specific currency pairs, but the days of the week, the session, and proper risk management. Proper risk management, in my personal opinion, per trade, you want to take 1 to 2% per trade. 1 to 2% risking per trade, right? If you want to do more or less, that is on you. But the way that I look at it, if you risk 1% on every trade, you literally have to lose 100 trades in a row to blow your account. Now I'm explaining something to you. If you lose 100 trades in a row, I don't know what you're doing wrong, because I guarantee you're not losing 100 trades in a row being sent by the products. I guarantee Gold Cup ain't finna send no 100 losing trades. It doesn't mean you lost 99 trades and then you won the next 10. Like you lost 100 in a row. If you're risking 2% per trade, you got to lose 50 in a row. Same thing. You should literally never in your life. That means your stop loss got hit 50 consecutive times. It doesn't mean that you pulled out the trade early or nothing like that. Your stop loss got hit 50 times in a row. So these are ways that hopefully y'all can take from me and take advantage so you don't blow your account again moving forward. Now, with that being said, that's a trading plan. The trading plan is going to be something that's very important that I did not understand when I first started, because like all of y'all, the lot sizes I was risking didn't make sense. I was doing a 0.01 over here, a 0.05 over there, a 0.03, wasn't really comprehending risk to reward, right? Wasn't really comprehending, hey, you know, before you enter this lot size, be aware of how much money you're actually going to lose. Because I'm new. I'm like, everything they send me is probably going to win. Like, I don't really have to worry about how much I'm going to lose. That's not true. So make sure y'all get a trading plan. One thing I will do for y'all that's going to help y'all real quick before I go ahead and dive into Gold Cup is going to be this. We have a very, very dope educator named Abel Melendez, right? Abel Melendez. You want to know what he has? A YouTube channel. You want to know what's on his YouTube channel? A 19-minute ultimate trading plan. How to create a trading plan. So what I'm going to do for y'all is I'm going to actually drop this in the chat for y'all. And I want everybody to go watch this video. So obviously this is going to be something that is going to help you, give you a little bit more detail. And if y'all don't know, Abel Melendez is the best Forex basics educator on the planet. Y'all should definitely go check him out. Put it in this chat box. Cool. All right, so I dropped the YouTube video for y'all in the chat box. Now we are about to get into, why won't this pop back up? Okay. So now we're about to get into what everybody wants to get into, I'm sure, which is going to be Gold Cup. So whenever you log into im.center, which is going to be the website that hopefully everybody has gone through for the purpose of what? Watching all your Forex videos, right? 100 through 400 series. If you have not done it, I would advise you to do so, because I don't like people personally taking signals unless they understand at least a little bit what's going on, right? You understand I'm sending you a buy or sell, but do you know why it's a buy or sell, right? Do you know what time frame is being taken off? Do you understand support and resistance? Because the scariest thing for a new trader is being in drawdown and you not knowing, damn, like I'm down like $20. Like, should I like just cut this early? Should I call my upline? Should I leave it? Should I take a little bit out? Should I just, like, it's confusing. And the reason why you have confusion is because you don't know what that trade was based off of. You don't know if that trade is based off of 4 hours. So you don't know that that trade may not actually get in positive until half the day is over. So every 30 minutes when you check your phone, you're trying to figure out why you're still in negative. That's probably because this might be a swing trade. It might be a trade that takes a whole day for it to actually start moving. And you might be in a session that currency is not currently moving at. So these are just different reasons why all of y'all, please make sure y'all go back and watch all of the 100, the 400 series. I usually tell people, I want y'all to do this as well too, because I feel like a lot of people don't do this. I'm gonna give y'all an example, right? So moving forward, if y'all have, right, if y'all have anything that y'all are looking at, I want people, let me pull up another chart. Because this is what I went through when I first started. It literally doesn't benefit you, and I kind of see people doing this. It doesn't benefit you to go watch a video on anything to do with Forex if you're not going to attempt to go imitate it. What do I mean by that? If you go watch a video and somebody's showing you a support and resistance, right? Let me do a horizontal line. So support and resistance, right? This could be resistance, right? This down here could be support. You need to be going on a chart, drawing it up, and then what do you need to do? You need to go save it. What can you do whenever you save the image? You can have it like this. You can save it in a folder, save it in a file, put it away. But the thing that I usually see people do, they watch a lot of videos and they don't imitate what they're watching. In Forex, if you're watching videos and you're not actually, implementing what you're watching in the videos, it's almost pointless to watch the videos. It's not like you're going to watch the video and then you're going to get it. You're not going to get it unless you treat this like school, which means you need to do homework. So another example, right? If you have somebody drawing a trend line, like you need to be imitating what these people are doing. Like you need to be doing all this type stuff. If you hop on a video and you see somebody, right, drawing anything, like whatever it looks like I don't care what y'all do, you can go draw a hangman. But if you're watching a video and you're not actually coming to the chart to imitate what you just watched, why did you even watch the video? So please don't do that. Like, draw it up, right? If y'all come and look at some of my charts, I have markings on my charts. I remember whenever I first started, I didn't do half of this stuff myself. I didn't draw support and resistance and all that type stuff. I was just like, they gonna send me the signal. I'm gonna take the signal. I'm cool. So whatever I'm going to show y'all today, I need y'all to make sure that y'all are imitating it. So whenever you go to im.center, you're gonna go to strategies, right? Whenever you go to strategies, this is how we're gonna go and get to Gold Cup. Do be aware that Gold Cup is gonna be an additional $20 on top of your subscription. But I don't use the word guarantee lightly. I can guarantee you're gonna make your $20 back in the first month, right? You can probably just use a 0.01 the whole month, and you should at least make minimum the $21.95, right? So whenever you click on Gold Cup, you'll see right here, it gives you an explanation of everything that's gonna happen. It's gonna be simplicity and quality over quantity of trades. That gives you an entry, stop loss, and take profit on every trade. It's going to be intraday. What does intraday mean? Intraday means it's going to execute same day. I can reassure you, almost no Gold Cup trade is going to take over a day, unless it's a pending order to where it may take a day for the order to actually activate. So whenever you come here, you're going to click on where it says Gold Cup. Whenever you click on where it says Gold Cup, they actually have some tutorials that they recently added. So I think this is pretty cool because this is fairly new. So for anybody that's new to Gold Cup, whenever you actually go buy it, this little tutorial is going to pop up and it gives you the Gold Cup educators. It shows you how to access it, which is what I'm doing. It shows you the go live, shows you the MA cross strategy, something that we'll go over today. It shows you how to subscribe to the notifications, which I'll also go over. And it gives you a handbook right here. So whenever you access Gold Cup, right, it's going to be the simplest product on the planet, maybe next to Harmonic Scanner. So Gold Cup is going to work exactly like this. Whenever you click on the strategies tab, you'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different options, 3 of which are going to be included in the $21.95. The second 2 are going to be an additional $10 a piece. Same concept. You spend an extra $10 a piece on both of these, especially US 30. US 30, bro, you'll probably make that extra $10 the first session you hop on with Kim. You know what I'm saying? So these are going to be the different strategies to where the signals are going to be sent. Now, what I do need everybody to do is in order to, whoa, my bad. So in order to get the Gold Cup alert chat. I need y'all to go follow me on Instagram, official Tyree Samuels. I'll leave that on there real quick. So if y'all need to take a picture, official Tyree Samuels, because I will have to send y'all guys the Gold Cup alert chat. So this is my Instagram, official Tyree Samuels, because you guys will need to get this right here. Now, this is going to be the crown jewel, and this is not going to be something that you have a choice to do. Like, this is mandatory. If you want to be able to take advantage of all the signals that Gold Cup sends, it's 100% mandatory that you actually go about getting the alert chat. I want y'all to see something real quick. Do you see that there are 41,507 people in this Telegram chat? 41,507. If you're not one of those people, I want you to feel extremely left out, because if you're not one of these people, it means there's been a lot of opportunities that maybe you weren't aware of, so that's not your fault, of making money on a daily and consistently weekly basis. You want to know what's crazy? I'm literally all the way down at the bottom right now, right? And these are the two most recent things that you're seeing. Like, I don't even have to say too much, right? The most recent message that you see, what does it say? Wow, another amazing week. Didn't trade today because Kim doesn't usually trade on Fridays, right? That's probably a part of her trading plan. Remember, that was something I brought up earlier. Didn't trade today. Smashed our weekly goal and monthly goal and got one more week left for May. This week, what did they do? They went 4-0. What does that mean? If you would have taken the 4 trades they sent out this week, you would have been undefeated, right? This is going to be that extra $10 that I was telling y'all about to get US 30. Think about if you won all 4 trades that you took. I'm pretty sure that would have paid for the $10, right? But that was just 1 week of trading. What happens if you would have been with it last week? 5-0, right? The first week of May, 5-1. For the month, 14-1. You don't think that you would have gotten back your $10 taking 14 trades and losing 1? Pretty sure you would have. So this is going to be an example of whenever they post you the results, right? They keep you updated, right? You don't have to be confused. You don't have to guess like, damn, I'm risking my money and I don't know the statistics behind it. You actually do. This is another educator we actually have on a platform called Jesus Nunez, right? He's actually the guy that's going to walk you through all the tutorials that I just showed you whenever you first log on to Gold Cup. What did he do this week? Interesting. 2 different platforms on the Gold Cup actually took 4 trades this week and they went 4-0. That means collectively out of these 2 people, you could have taken 8 trades and you would have won all of them, right? Remember, I told you, if you take all the trades from Gold Cup, you're going to make enough money at minimum to at least pay for your subscription. Obviously, you're going to make much more. But for the people that can't catch every trade, or maybe stop loss gets hit on one, or you're too afraid to take the next one, because I know people go through that, you're going to get your money back. Look at that. 9-1 for the month of May. Look at how consistent they are, right? 2 different people went undefeated this week, right? And they both have 1 loss on the entire month. That's consistency, right? If we keep scrolling up, you will see gold actually hit take profit yesterday. Now, for those of y'all that love gold, because I know all of y'all do, we actually have a really dope trader named Papa Patifo. It stands for Papa Smurf. I honestly have absolutely no idea why he calls himself Papa Smurf, but somebody told me the other day, hey, Tyree, I think he calls himself Papa Smurf because he's always in blue. I was like, you know what? That actually makes sense, because I'm going to let y'all know, if and when y'all get Gold Cup, anytime Papa Smurf specifically, I'm not saying the other trades ain't going to hit. If the dude says buy or sell gold, you can take it to the bank and cash it. That's all I'm going to say. Anybody that's taking any of his trades since the day he started sending signals on Gold Cup is going to agree. They'd be like, bro, Papa Smurf sent a gold trade. Like, it's going to hit. Papa Smurf and Luke are probably the best gold traders out there. And they happen to be both in IM, both on Gold Cup alerts. So for all the people that love gold, one of the reasons why it's called Gold Cup, right? So if you keep scrolling also, these are going to be 2 educators that you can take advantage of. So I want to make people aware of something. This is called manifestation, right? Is there anybody, and maybe there isn't, but if there's anybody in the chat that would like to maybe in the future be a Go Live educator, let me get you to drop a 1 in the chat. Now, I know being an educator might not be something that anybody wants to do or anything like that, but if you would like to maybe in the future be a Go Live educator, have the ability to teach the people and get on the platform and all that good stuff, right? So we got a couple people, right? So what I'm actually make y'all aware of is the dopest thing about this company is that this gentleman right here named Delano Benda, he's 21 years old. He's actually the youngest, quote me, he's the youngest Go Live educator in the entire company. And we have over 100. He's the youngest. You want to know how long he's been in the company? A little over a year. So I want y'all to manifest that. Manifest yourself no matter where you think you are, no matter how much money you think you've made, what you think your withdrawals are, whatever. All I'm saying is anything is possible. He's the youngest person to do it. There's no reason why there's another 21-year-old or another person that's only been doing this for about a year that can't do the same. You want to know what happened? He plugged into Gold Cup. He took advantage of it. He came up with his own sauce, made the educators that created Gold Cup aware, hey, I think I'm doing this just as good as y'all doing it. Maybe one of y'all should hop on the Zoom call and see how I throw down. Teacup Lou, which is a creator of Gold Cup, hopped on. He was like, well, okay, I see what you're doing, young fella. Gave him an opportunity. Bada boom, bada bing. He's been on here for about 2 to 3 months, right? He's having a lot of success. What does he do also? He calls out live trades, right? So I want y'all to be aware. The dopest thing that you give a Gold Cup, before I even dive super into Gold Cup, y'all need to realize the dopest thing you're going to give a Gold Cup is going to be the Go Live session. So look, this real quick. Let me get you to drop a 1 in the chat if you like getting on live trading calls, right? Do any of y'all like being able to hop on a live trading call? Like I'm talking about the educator is like, hey, I'm gonna drop a Zoom link. Literally all you have to do is wait for me to say buy or sell and you should be making some money, right? It's really easy, right? It's really easy. So the thing I'm gonna make y'all aware of is with Gold Cup, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some Kim Torres up in it, man. Look, peep this real quick. I'm getting real passionate because I done made a lot of money from Gold Cup, right? I actually met Luke one time. I was gonna go to Kim's boot camp in Dallas before the corona came and shut everything down. It's cool though, because I want y'all to understand, whenever you log into Go Live, which by the way is golive.im, right? Which by the way, if you're international or you have somebody that don't speak English, it don't matter because we speak every English damn near known to man on the Go Live session, right? So if your mama don't speak English, your daddy don't speak English, right? The person you work with don't speak, it doesn't matter because we want to be able to make sure we're international and that anybody can be appealed to with this platform. Now, what I really wanted to talk about is y'all need to look at this right here. It's top featured sessions, right? What does this mean? I need y'all to understand, if you make it on this list only means I make people money consistently. So if you're not watching any of these people on here, that means you're missing out on making money. 2 of these guys right here, some of y'all might not even know what this is. It's called binary. Binary is actually high frequency. That's what it's labeled as in Forex. That's something I'm actually finna start hopping on because they call me the product king. So I need to take advantage of our products that we have to offer. Because if I'm not taking advantage of everything, it's kind of like some of my money that's being spent is not being fully taken advantage of. So I was saying all that to say, this young lady right here, you see how she's number 1? She's not number 2. She's technically number 3 with this gentleman, but she's number 1. What does that mean? She gets people paid the most money most consistently. And she's on Gold Cup. For that extra $10 I was telling you about, remember, she's the person that had these results right here, right? 4-0 this week, 5-0 last week, 14-1 this month. But it's not just her, it's her and him, Luke and Kim, right? They're always on here. So if you ever get tired of seeing them, that's probably because you're not on their sessions. Now, I'm saying all that to say, make sure that you're not one of those people that's afraid to spend a little extra money because you ain't gonna get no money if you ain't gonna spend no money. Now, as you scroll down, we're gonna go to right here where it says Gold Cup. Now, whenever you click on where it says Gold Cup, these are going to be all the educators right here, right? So the people that I want you to pay attention to is gonna be this simple. You need to pay attention to all of them. I'm not gonna sit here and say this guy, that. You need to pay attention to all of them, right? Luke and Kim, this is their schedule. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Remember, I specifically said their 3 days are going to be the best days to trade. How ironic is it that those are going to be the only 3 days that they actually trade? It's not ironic at all. It's actually probably a part of their trading plan, right? These are going to be live sessions. All you have to do, wake up, make some coffee, sit back, relax, wait for Kim or Luke to say, hey, buy or sell this. Hey, these are your coordinates. That's it. This is going to be y'all's bread and butter, the MA cross. Now, for anybody that hasn't had a lot of success taking your own trades, right? If you're like, you know what, I've taken enough signals, I want to learn how to take my own trades. MA cross. Make sure you go peep out this guy right here. Teacup Blue, right? Teacup Blue is actually going to be the creator of Gold Cup. So everybody that has ever made money from Gold Cup, you need to understand this is where it started. Him and Luke are the co-founders, right? But he's a creator. Teacup Blue, don't get it twisted, right? Jesus Nunez, this is a gentleman that also went undefeated this week, right? Oh, okay, Holy Pips. That's his stamp, right? He hit all these TPs, went 4-0 this week, 9-1 for the month. Oh, okay. Now you're able to put a face with the people that are sending the signal, so it makes you a little more familiar. And then Christopher Derrick, right? If you're somebody that's like, man, I want somebody that goes live every day, here you go. He goes live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, literally leading up to the London session. 1 a.m. Central, 2 a.m. Eastern, that's 1 hour before the London session. That's perfect. That means you can get a markup before the London session actually starts. So I'm saying all that to say, she has a live trading session. Write that down. Okay, live trading session. He also has a live trading session. Okay, write that down. He also has a live trading session. You get 3 educators that all do live trading sessions, right? Now I'm saying all that to say we're about to go ahead and go to Gold Cup. I ain't gonna take up too much more time because I'm about to go through this so fast and so efficiently. You might mess around and blink. You might mess around and sneeze, and you're gonna be like, damn, he done already? Yes, I am, because this is something like how Rose said. She has a child who is able to implement all the things that I'm gonna show y'all today on Gold Cup, right? Swipe trades, if y'all never use swipe trades is literally like swipe coins. So for those of y'all that use swipe coins, it's the same concept. Instead of for crypto, it's for regular currency pairs, right? So you literally copy and paste when an alert gets sent to your phone and you take the trade. This right here is literally going to be damn near the same thing, right? So whenever you log into Gold Cup and you go to strategy, MA Cross is going to be the very, very, very first strategy. I'm going to break this down to y'all real quick, easy, and simple because I really want y'all to comprehend this, right? So what I'm going to first do is I'll make these lines a little bit thicker, right? Because I want y'all to be able to see, right? I know not everybody has 20/20 vision. I don't want to tease, but I got 20/20 vision, right? I got LASIK surgery. So if any of y'all ain't never thought about getting LASIK surgery, I advise that y'all do so, right? So as I say, this is how the strategy is going to work. I need y'all to be really, really focused right now because this is going to be so simple. You might think that I'm trying to be funny, but I'm really not. You got 2 lines in the strategy, right? Let me make one of these lines a different color so it's not as confusing. Bam. All right, we're cool. So look, we got 2 lines, right? We have a red line and we have a blue line, right? I'm going to tell you what these lines represent. These lines are going to represent, right, resistance, right? So this blue line is going to represent, it's going to be called the exponential moving average, which is going to be represented with the number 50, right? The EMA 50. The red line is going to be represented, it's not exponential, it's just a regular moving average, and it's going to be the number 4. Now, this is really, really, really simple. You have 2 lines, ladies and gentlemen. You need the lines to cross before you even think about taking a trade. That means this. If you're like, hey, Tyree, I'm looking at GBP, JPY, right? I want to take a buy on it. What do you think? I'm going to be like, okay, well, let me see. Are the lines crossing? Let me do an example for y'all. So right here, right? Are the lines crossing? X is going to mark the spot. It looks like the lines are crossing. Perfect. Now, the line that we're paying attention to is going to be the red one. Now, the red line is going to act as our directional line. So whatever direction this line is crossing the blue, that's where we want to take the trade in that direction. That means if it's crossing up, we're going to be looking for a buy. If it's crossing down, we're going to be looking for a sell. So in this example, the red line crossed up. That means we would have been looking for a buy. And everything above this blue obviously would represent profit. Now, the other thing you need to understand is there are instances to where you can get faked out. You might have been like, you know what, it broke and then it came back and then it broke and it came back and it broke. You might have been having a panic attack all up in here. You might have been getting ready to pass out, faint. Because I know whenever I first started trading, I was looking at my MetaTrader all day. I don't care if I was up a pip or down a pip. I was like, man, what is going on, right? So you might have been trapped in this whole zone, might have been freaking out. Consolidation. This is literally 100% consolidation, right? Now, there are going to be a specific strategy that you can use to implement to make sure that you don't just take this as black and white as a list, because it's extremely black and white, right? You're like, oh, okay, well, I mean, shoot, Tyree said whenever it goes up, I'm going to buy it. So look, I mean, this was going up, you know, it crossed, I bought it. Oh, damn, like it reversed on me. Now, everything in trading is not as black and white as it seems, right? So the one thing I need y'all to do whenever y'all get ready to implement this strategy, I'm always going to refer back, go live, right? Because the most underutilized thing that the company has is go live, right? So you're going to go back to the Gold Cup Go Live. You're going to look for this gentleman right here. His name's Delana Benda. Remember? The guy I told you that was a 21-year-old that became a Go Live educator, youngest one in the company's history. He has a lot of recorded sessions, right? These recorded sessions are actually going to walk you through exactly how to set up some additional indicators on Gold Cup that are going to help you avoid what we like to call these pump fakes, right? I don't like to be pump fake. I don't know if any of y'all used to play basketball. One of the most embarrassing things is when a dude hits you with a pump fake and you all the way up here and he had already blown past you. Don't get pump fake, right? You want to be able to take a clean, nice, wide open shot, preferably a layup, right? Layups are way easier. Even though I know people that used to miss wide open layups, but that's not what we're here to talk about. So, MA cross strategy is going to be the strategy to help you start taking your own trades. I'm going to emphasize your own trades with confidence, because as you see, there's no entry, there's no stop loss, there's no take profit. What does that mean? You have to create your own. How are you going to do that? You're going to go to the Go Live session. He actually gives you specific take profits and or stop losses to use at the time you execute a trade, right? So if anybody feels as though the MA cross strategy is something that they're going to be able to take advantage of, can I get y'all to drop a 1 in the chat? Because I need to make sure that this is something that y'all feel like y'all are going to be able to go out there, implement, duplicate, teach to your team, and be able to be like, you know what, I actually hit take profit a few times off of doing the MA cross strategy. The most dangerous thing, I ain't going to lie to y'all, the most dangerous thing about the MA cross strategy, you're going to get to the point to where every single time the line crosses, you're going to be trying to take a trade. And then you go find yourself in like 20 trades at one time, and they all doing something different. I remember the first time somebody showed me the MA cross, bro, I took like 15 trades in a day. And it was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life, right? I was like, oh, crossing up, I'm gonna buy it. It's crossing down, I'm gonna sell it. I was in a buy and a sell at the same time in the same currency. I don't know what I was doing, but that's all I'm gonna say. Because over trading, right, it's something else you need to implement in your trading plan. If you have a percentage goal and you hit the percentage goal, I'm not saying you necessarily have to take off the rest of the day, but maybe you want to under leverage a little bit. If you normally risk 2% and you're already up your daily goal, maybe on the next trade, you just want to risk 1%. That's all I'm saying. So the MA cross strategy, we're already done with it, right? Some of y'all blinked. Y'all went to the restroom and y'all came back. Y'all like, damn, like I missed everything he was talking about. That's it. Now we're finna go ahead and keep it pushing. We're going on to master teacups, right? I'm a little teacup, short and stout. Here is my handle, right? Here is my spout. That's all I got to say. So look, master teacups is going to be exactly that. Teacup Lou. Who the hell is Teacup Lou, Tyree? Let me show you. Teacup Lou is going to be this gentleman right here, Lozaldo, Chairman 50, Tavares. So understand, it's a lot of people that come into this and they want to tell us that some of these chairmen don't know how to trade. I ain't gonna hold you. Some of these chairmen don't know how to trade, but all the chairmen on Gold Cup, oh, they all know how to trade. Christopher Derrick, what's Christopher Derrick? Chairman 25, he knows how to trade. Willis Azaldo, Chairman 50, he knows how to trade. Platinum 5000, Chairman 10 loading, he knows how to trade. What is Luke? Luke is a brand new Chairman 10, right? So all of these chairmen actually know how to trade, and his name is Mr. Teacup, which is probably why this is called Master Teacups, because he's gonna have his trade ideas sent here. So on Master Teacups, it'll be broken down like this. I'm gonna walk y'all through an example of a trade alert that will be sent to the Gold Cup alert chat and how you will go find it. So bam, what do we have right here? New trade alert. When was it sent? 8:20 a.m. Bet. It says Master Teacup. Okay, I can read, right? Master Teacup, 1 hour chart. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to Gold Cup, go to strategies. Okay, it's not MA cross, it's okay, Master Teacup. That's what it said, right? It said, okay, cool, Master Teacup. That's what it said. Bet. Now when I go to Master Teacup, it did tell me a specific time frame. What did it say? The 1 hour. Okay, cool. So I think I'm gonna go, okay, H1. Okay, cool. And it says inverted teacup. So this is how you avoid confusion, y'all. If I click on the gold, hold on. Why is, okay, cool. So I guess they already deleted the gold, and I was gonna show an example of how y'all know who sends out what. But okay, cool. Here we go. So look, This is really, 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 really important, y'all. This is how y'all avoid confusion whenever y'all come look for the trade. So remember what I just showed y'all. It said new trade idea is a master teacup on the 1 hour. And it says it's an inverted teacup. The reason why you would not have taken this, even though it's on the 1 hour, is because there are two different currency pairs. Notice how this one has what? A little teacup next to it. So if I were to click on this, and then I could what? I could clearly see the date, the time, 9:19 a.m., okay? And then I see it's a what? Inverted teacup. What does it say right here? Inverted teacup. Now this trade said nothing of the sort. It says new trade idea by Papa Patifo, which would have been symbolized by what? If you scroll down, new trade idea by Papa Patifo is also on the Master Teacup 1 hour. This is how you avoid confusion. You just have to read. So the gold trade would have been an example. New trade idea sent by Papa Patifo. It was on the 1 hour. Now, these are examples of how simple Gold Cup is, right? Because as you see, what do you have on here? There's no guessing. You actually got two trade ideas, which both hit take profit, right? You had a market execution buy from 1720 to 1737. It got violated, right? And you also had a buy stop that would have activated before your first take profit, and you would have hit the take profit with two different entries. Now, that's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very beautiful thing because it's so easy. All you had to do is, like Rose said, she got the alert, she checked it, she put it in a MetaTrader, she went to sleep, and then she woke up the next day, I'm pretty sure, jumping for joy, right? Now, the other person that we're going to have is going to be Holy Pips, which is going to be Jesus Nunez, this gentleman right here. Now, let me show y'all an example real quick. So whenever you get one of his trades, it will say specifically Holy Swing on it. So if I keep scrolling, everything is making sure that you 100% read the alert. New trade idea. Yes, it does still say Master Teacup, but now this one says Holy Swing, which means the trade is currently erased. But if we would have went to the example for the 4 hour, you would have seen Holy Breakout, Holy Swing, Holy Pips. Anything that says Holy on it is going to be represented by Jesus Nunez. So these are how you know how to read the message, identify where do I go, how to find it. This is what I implement. Buy at market, entry, stop loss, take profit 2. What does it say? Take profit 1, execute it. Now I'm pretty much done with Master Teacups. We're about to keep it pushing, keep it pushing, right? So now the next one is going to be Gold Rush. So Gold Rush is going to be from the gentleman named Luke Longmire, Chairman 10, aka Mr. Gold, right? AKA Mr. Break and Retest, right? AKA I'ma just chill out because I done said AKA too many times already. So Gold Rush works just like this. It's gonna be the same way. If y'all thought this was about to get more difficult, I apologize. It's only going to get easier, right? Because as I keep scrolling, I'm literally gonna show y'all every example of what to look at when it comes through, where to go, right? Look at this. You still, same thing, new trade alert, Holy Swing. You would have known to look for the Holy Swing on the message, right? What does this say? Okay. New potential trade idea, light bulb. Okay. Telling me where to go. Gold Rush. Okay, let me see. So Tyree said go to strategies. It's not MA Cross. It's not Master Teacup. Oh, okay, it said Gold Rush. Bet. I'm gonna go check Gold Rush. Now, whenever you come to Gold Rush is gonna be pretty simple, right? Normally, they don't give you a time frame because unlike Master Teacups, Gold Cup is only gonna be on one of these time frames. Whichever time frame has a check mark next to it, which none of these currently have because the trade is already done, you would click on it, you would come, you would clearly see an entry, a take profit, and a stop loss similar to how I showed you on every other example. And that's literally how simple Gold Rush works, right? Next, we're gonna go to US 30. So for all the people that want to be able to get a little extra, that want to be able to get a little more, that want to be able to know how you can maximize your dollar, I will let you know. Gold Cup is $21.95, but as far as I'm concerned, It's $40. If you're not ready to spend $40, you're about to leave money on the table. You're going to be mad. You're going to be jealous. You're going to be punching your pillow when you see all the people sending you the screenshots of the Kim and Luke sessions Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm going to give you some free game too. Sometimes Luke goes live an extra day. So sometimes that Monday or Friday, even without Kim, he like, man, forget it. I'm going to go live by myself and give y'all an additional trade. So for the people that like indices and the people that like trading GBP pairs, this is the session for you. Now, one thing I do have to put a disclaimer on, right? One thing I do need to put a disclaimer on is going to be this. If you do not have, I don't care what anybody says, and I'm about to type it out, because everybody has their own opinion, right? Everybody got their own opinion on how much money you need to trade US 30, right? Don't let nobody tell you you only need $500 because you're going to blow that whole $500. So as far as I'm concerned, right, this is my personal opinion. You can apply it if you want to, but you don't have to. I'm going to give y'all my opinion of the minimal amount that you need to trade these indices, meaning if you get on this Go Live session and she says buy or sell US 30 and you do not have a sufficient amount of money in your account and you lose, that's on you, brother, because I told you. This is what I think you should have in your account. So US 30, I think you should have, my personal opinion, I think you need 2,000 and up. Reason why I say that, yeah, you can technically trade. I mean, technically speaking, Hugo's will let you trade US 30 with 200 in your account. But I guarantee it's only going to take one loss from a 0.01 to lose all of your $200, right? My personal opinion, 2,000 up. Like I said, my personal opinion, Nas, 100. I think you need about 1,000 and up. This is my personal opinion, right? I'm telling you this for a reason, right? Anybody that's had a stop loss hit on either one of these, I guarantee you, they're not going to disagree. They may not listen to this, but they're going to be like, well, you know, I trade with a $500 account, but Tyree's probably right, like 2,000 for US 30 is probably a little bit better, right? SPX, this is Bay. This is Bay. I want y'all to make SPX your new girlfriend, right? If you got a significant other, you got a girlfriend, you got a wife, you got a husband, right? You got a child. Either make this Bay or make this your new child, right? You need to have people being jealous of all the attention that you're giving to SPX. So what I need y'all to do in the chat real quick, I need y'all to say in the chat, SPX is Bay. I ain't going no further till y'all say it. And y'all gonna understand where I'm going with this. SPX is Bay. I don't see enough people saying it. SPX is Bay. I need y'all to blow it up. SPX is Bay, right? And I know your girl probably next to you like, who the hell SPX? Oh, SPX. Oh, SPX must not know who I am, right? She probably about to pull up to SPX house right now. She like, where she work at? She work at the stock exchange. Oh, I'm about to pull up to the stock exchange right now, right? SPX is Bay, bro. So look, I'm gonna explain to y'all why. Everybody gets drunk and high, right? I don't want to throw those right. They get drunk and high on US 30. You go see your homeboy and put a 0.01 on US 30, he made like $200. You put a 0.01 on Euro USD and you make $10. And you're like, well, maybe I should start doing that. Everything is not for you, brother. So SPX, the reason why I'm saying that is because SPX is something that can grow your account, but it's not going to destroy your account if you lose. The thing that people get removed is, yeah, US 30 can double, triple, quadruple. I don't even know what comes after quadruple your account. Yeah, it can do that, but it can also blow your account in one individual trade. I need y'all to say this with me. This is going to be like a national anthem. I will not risk my entire account on one individual trade. I need y'all to internalize that. If you sweating, you got goosebumps, your palms is sweaty, they like, why you keep looking at your phone? You do not need to be trading it, bro, because with SPX, you can get 100, 200, 300, 400 pips on SPX, but it's not like US 30s where them same 100 pips is happening in 3 seconds. And you're up $50 and you're down $100, they up $300 and they're down $500. Y'all know what I'm talking about if you ever traded US 30. So SPX is Bay, and I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of sauce right here. Peep this. Peep this right here. Peep this right here. If him and Luke say buy or sell US 30 or NAS, You can do that to SPX instead. Does anybody feel me when I say that? I need the congregation to say amen, because if Kim and Luke say buy or sell US 30, I'm not buying or selling US 30 or NAS. I'm buying or selling SPX. And I done told a lot of people this. Hey guys, we're selling US 30 right now. Here are the coordinates. I'm like, bet, let me go find SPX and let me sell that instead. Hey guys, US 30 just hit take profit. What does that mean? That I should probably be looking to exit my SPX trade because US 30 just hit take profit. It's so simple. For all the people that have small accounts that want to be able to participate, trade SPX. Don't even touch NAS. NAS is almost just as dangerous, right? Just as dangerous. Like, it's like those kids in high school, right? Everybody had those two dudes in high school that were just trouble. It was like trouble and double trouble. One of them was always fighting. The other was probably stealing candy out the vending machine. But they was like this. They was best friends, and there was nothing but trouble. That's what SPX and US 30 is to your account, right? No, US 30 and NAS to your account. SPX is like the cool substitute teacher that's not gonna snitch on you, right? SPX gonna be like, hey man, you know what? I'll let y'all go to the restroom and stay there a little bit longer. Like, SPX is cool. US 30 and NAS, no bueno. They go snitch on you. They gonna be the substitute that has a list of all the students that was bad whenever your teacher was missing. Let me get you to drop a 1 in the chat. If you ever had that substitute teacher was like, I'm gonna write y'all name down and tell the teacher what y'all did. He's like, oh, you one of them. Oh, you one of them. You one of them. You one of them. I'm gonna tell your teacher that y'all was talking in class. Like, oh man, everybody had one of them, right? So we gotta understand SPX is gonna be the cool substitute teacher, right? I have a guy named EP. EP said, as a leader, you need to be the cool manager. We all had the cool manager that would kind of let us go home a little early. It's like, Tyree, you know, you was late, but I ain't gonna tell nobody. You good, bro. This is what SPX is gonna be. So moving forward, SPX is bae. You can make a good amount of money on a 0.01, 0.02, 0.03 with SPX. You might have to swing it a little bit, but it's not gonna be dangerous, and you're not gonna have anxiety if you go in drawdown, right? So we're about to close it off right now with price trap, right? Price trap, price trap, price trap, right? Price trap, price trap, price trap. Now, price trap, right? Price trap. Price trap is definitely gonna be one of the easiest, one of the most profitable things on Gold Cup, right? I ain't gonna even hold you. I've kind of steered away from price trap, but I need to steer right back to it, because every time I do a teaching session for Gold Cup and I come look at this price trap, I'm showing y'all examples of pips y'all could have got, and I ain't even get the damn pips myself, right? Probably because half the time I feel like I'll be over trading because I've already taken enough trades by the time I see the price trap. But that's neither here nor there, right? Money is money, and I need to get it. So this is how price trap works, right? It's very, very simple. Remember, Christopher Derrick, Chairman 25, goes live 5 days a week, right? This is going to be the person that does price trap. So price trap is also an additional $10, right? An additional $10. Same concept. You should be able to make that $10 pretty much on one trade as far as I'm concerned. So this is how price trap works, right? You have the break and retest strategy, which is probably the simplest strategy to comprehend. May not be the easiest strategy to apply because you have to actually know where to put your zones to have a valid break and or retest. So in this example, you have a support, you have a resistance. You would like your trade to break and retest, right? And then this is what you would like to see. Now you also have specific rules. What does he say? He wants you to twin trade. Whenever you get 10 to 15 pips in profit, adjust your stop loss to break even, or technically 2 pips in profit. Now on your first order, you're going for a 30 pip take profit. On your second order, you're just going to trail your profit. Now, whenever I first came into the company, I didn't really comprehend the power of what Christopher Derrick was trying to tell me. Christopher Derrick is like, hey, Tyree, I want you to put in twin trades every time you take a trade from my strategy. Why, Christopher Derrick? I'm going to tell you why. The first one is going to be for usually a guaranteed 30 pips. I'm going to tell you, the 30 pips is damn near guaranteed. But the icing on the cake is having the twin trade without a take profit, and you just let that thing go? Oh, my goodness. Like, do y'all see this, right? I'm going to show you an example where the 30 pips would have stopped and what you could have almost maximized at, right? If you would have kept going. So look, somewhere from here, 30 pips. Bro, we had 30 pips here. Oh my goodness, bro. We done went 373 pips. Can I get an amen? I need to get an amen in the chat, right? I need to get an amen for the 372 pips that y'all missed out on. Whoever I'm pointing at the time, you see my finger pointing at the camera, I'm talking to you. That's 375 pips, man, right? So for all the people like, oh, I got to spend another $20. I joined this company. They tell me it's $175 a month. And now this dude tell me, bro, I'm showing you how you getting your money back on individual trades, right? That's just an example. I'm gonna show y'all another one. You're a CAD, right? What do? This is a little more, this is what we want. Because this one, technically speaking, you can kind of say it didn't actually retest. That's cool. You're like, Tyree, I want the clean joint. I'm gonna give you the clean joint, right? This is what we gonna do. We clearly see that price, what? It broke, it retested, and then how many pips would we have gotten? Oh my goodness, we would have gotten about, I mean, technically up here, you probably would have pulled out before it pulled back. So we'll just say right about here. You could have got about 70 pips, right? Could have got about 70 pips, right? Maybe if you would have been a person that had the twin trade still going, you could have peaked up here, right? Before it came back down, it probably hit your break even. Euro JPY. I don't even know if y'all noticing, he's even drawing something for y'all. This tool right here is showing you. He would like it to break and retest, right? He would like it to break and retest before it takes off. So every example you go to, you see that all these trades have gone the distance. Like all of these trades are gone. Same concept, break, retest. Did this at least get you your 30 pips? Yes, it did. It got you about 32, 33 pips just for the simple, or maybe this would have been your retest or this would have been your retest, right? It depends on how you look at it. But what I always advise to people is, oh, this is a beautiful one right here. What I always advise to people is this simple. And this is what I want to kind of end this off with. Do not be the person, because this is the person that I thought I was going to become when I joined the company. And I had it twisted, right? I had it twisted. So I'm going to just go ahead and okay, so the kind of person that I was a person, I came into this company. I was like, man, all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste my way to becoming rich. And then somebody sat me down. That's like, Tyree, that's cool and all, but realistically, technically speaking, like, you're probably not going to be able to achieve being a rich trader by only copying and pasting. I thought that was what was going to happen. I had one day to where I was at home. I quit my job. This is how powerful this is. I had never even marked up my own chart leading to me quitting my job. It was all signals, right? And MA cross. And that was whenever I wasn't even good at the MA cross, bro. I was honestly terrible, but I was making enough money. So it was like whatever. One of my friends, I was at home, he was at work. He was like, yeah, bro, what you doing? Like, you didn't quit like a week ago. I was like, what you been doing? Like, I'm just chilling, like, he's like, what kind of charts you marked up? I'm like, what you mean? He's like, wait a minute. It's like, bro, like, you quit your job a week ago. It's like, you ain't like on the charts, like marking them. I was like, why would I do that? It's like, I just wait for a signal. He was like, bro, you really joined this company to be dependent? Like, you really joined this company to be dependent on somebody else? It's like, God forbid something happens to one of those people, the company goes down, like one of those people quit, right? God forbid that kind of thing happens. I don't think people really think about that. Like, don't come into this company and you leave without learning how to trade. If you watch a Go Live educator consistently and you don't know how to actually use their strategy to implement, you're wasting your time, bro. I literally can show you everybody's strategy on Gold Cup. I can show you the break and retest. I can show you the T-Cup. I can show you the naked price action that Luke uses. I can show you Kim's strategy. I can show you Christopher Derrick's strategy. I can show you Lando Band's strategy. I can literally show you everybody's strategy. But it's a lot of people that just get on these calls and they just become dependent. Like, don't be the person that gets on the call like, what trades win? What trades win? We take a trade? Hey, did we take a trade? Because I'm going to tell y'all, that's the thing that pisses off the educators the most. Like, I see the educators spaz on sessions, bro. Like, people be hopping on the Luke and Kim sessions. They don't care about nothing else except, we in US 30 yet? Like, you be seeing people in the chat like, we in US 30 yet? We in US 30? They call signal? We in gold? We in US 30? What we doing? And Luke straight up tells you, he's like, bro, chill. He's like, bro. He's like, if y'all gonna get on this call just to ask, are we in signals? They like, get off our call. Because those educators literally take that as disrespect. Like, that is disrespectful. Somebody broke it down to me like this. That's like if you get to work like an hour late And like, okay, like what we doing? What we doing? Like what you want me to do? It's like, bro, you late, like chill out, bro. Like just calm down. Like you just got here. And you're just like, so if you're going to take advantage of the platform, take this from me. Find an educator that you rock with. Whether it be Abel Melendez, whether it be Manny Quinones, right? These are two people y'all might want to write down. These are two really great Forex basics educators. Abel Melendez, Manny Quinones. Manny Quinones teaches harmonic scanner, which is what? Free. Something that you might want to learn how to utilize, right? Abel Melendez is on another product, which is called what? The DeLorean, which is actually something that helped me take my trading to a whole nother level, right? So whenever I leave the company, I actually know how to trade, because some people think just because I'm a product guy, that if you put a chart in front of me, I'm gonna be sweating bullets because I don't know what I'm doing, and that's not true. I tell people all the time, I don't see a reason to me marking up my own chart whenever I have 6 and 7 figure people marking it up for me. Straight up. That doesn't mean I'm blindly taking every signal that they send me. It means they go mark up a chart. They go send it to me. I'm going to observe. Do I agree? Do I disagree? Is it a buy or a sell? Did I already have a previous bias before seeing the signal? I'm going to take it. It doesn't mean if Gold Cup sends out 30 signals, you take all 30. That's what people get confused. Every signal that's sent isn't your signal to take. So I want y'all to comprehend that every signal that's sent is not your signal to take. Come up with a percentage goal that you want daily. You want 5%, you want 10%, that's cool. If you've hit that percentage, call it a day. The reason why a lot of y'all keep losing money is because y'all overtrade. Y'all know that it's been multiple times you've been up in profit, and then because you took an additional trade or a couple additional trades when you knew that you were good, you now lost all that profit. And that's going to be the biggest thing that I learned. If you have a job and you want to quit your job, you're never going to quit your job if you don't treat this like it's going to change your life. What do I mean by that? The money that you make in this, you should not be withdrawing to buy nonsense. There's a lot of people that can't quit their job because they're just like, I just made $300. I'm going to cash it out and go buy a designer belt. You're never going to quit your job if that's what you're using this money for. I see people do this crap all the time, bro. I'm ready to quit my job, bro. You have every designer brand known to man. That's why you used to have a job, because all you do is bust your ass to make some money in Forex, and then you blow it. Straight up. Straight up. You want to know why I was able to quit my job? Because I was being smart. I paid my bills in advance. I was like, man, I want to quit my job. I'm not finna make money in this just to go buy some BS. I can just go get another job if that's what I want to do. Because all the stuff that you could probably afford with Forex, you could probably afford with your job. So treat Forex like additional income. If you make $10 an hour and you work 8 hours a day and you made $100 in Forex, you literally just doubled what you made at work. Why do you not see it like that? There's a lot of people that don't see it like that. Like, you just made $10 in 30 minutes. You make $7.50 an hour. Like, why are you not excited about that? God forbid somebody tells you you can go get a job that pays you $20 an hour. Everybody knows, like, the $20 and up, you think you rich, bro. You can't tell nobody nothing that makes $20 and up. You make $25, $30 an hour, bro. They think they're rich. But you made that in Forex in 10 minutes, and you think that that's a little bit of money. That doesn't make any sense. I know people that work in the chemical plants. They work 12 to 16-hour shifts. I can match their daily quotas in a few hours. And that's a lot of money. You make $30 an hour, that's a lot of money. But you got to put in 16 hours of work every single day. They don't even have insurance, right? A lot of these people, if they get hurt on the job, they got to come out of pocket for that. And they get paid what? Hazard pay. We don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So please, like, take this serious. Like, be grateful for every amount of money you make in Forex, because every $10 you make in Forex, understand there's somebody else that doesn't even know how to make $8, right? I'm grateful because I've been in this company less than a year, and I'm able to teach people that message me all the time, hey, Tyree, I've been doing this for 2 years, and the way that you broke down one of these products has changed everything that I do. I'm not trying to fast forward my success, bro. It's people. There's a dude that I brought in, right? His name's Eric Flagg, aka Easy Money Sniper. Eric, right? And it's not about income claim because it's his own, but it's whatever. Eric can go out there and make a few $100s in a night. He was consistently doing that before I was able to do that. And I introduced him to the platform. You want to know what Eric did a few days ago? He quit his job. Do y'all understand how powerful this is? Like, I legitimately came into this. I was able to actually show one of my best friends the opportunity, the first person to join my business. in October, right? I was working at T-Mobile for 5 years. I quit my job. I told him about it. I was like, bro, my goal in life is to help you quit your job. He had left T-Mobile to go work at a car dealership because he was making way more money. Dude told me a few weeks ago, whenever Corona was super serious and everything was shut down, he got laid off from his job. He started taking this even more serious. He was making even more money because he didn't have to skip school. He didn't have to skip out on sleep to go, like, oh, I got to go to sleep first so I can go to work. He didn't have to do none of that. So whenever he started going back to work a few weeks ago, he was back at work like, damn, all this time I've not been at work. I can see how powerful it is and how much more I want to be able to do this 100%. So he went back to work. He was like, you know what, Tyree, I think I'm going to just stay a little bit longer until this unemployment runs out because they're still giving me unemployment because I'm not getting my full-time hours again. I was like, that's actually pretty smart. He told me 2 days ago, he was like, hey, Rhea, I quit my job. In my head, I'm like, okay, he putting this 2 weeks. I was like, bet. I was like, so yeah, like, when's your last day? He's like, bro, I just told you I quit my job. I was like, you put in your 2 weeks, right? He's like, no, bro. I was like, quit my job. I was like, when'd you do that? He was like, I called them today, and I told them I quit my job. Y'all don't understand how good of a feeling that is, bro. Like, I've never been able to say I've legitimately been able to help somebody quit their job. And there's not really too many people that can honestly say that, right? So if I'm somebody that came into this opportunity by being invited to an event that most of y'all were invited to or a Zoom call, I was invited by a friend who didn't even join this opportunity his damn self, y'all. Like my friend's name, I'm not gonna say. He invited me to a meeting. I was off that day. Hey, Tyree, I'm going to this thing. They're talking about making money. What is it? I don't know. It's something called Forex. I had heard about Forex. I didn't really know what it was, to be honest. I went. I was like, you know what? I'm off. I'm always open to making extra money. I figured it was probably like some network marketing type of joint, whatever. I went. I saw Gustavo. I saw Mr. Banks. All these are names that y'all know. I saw Jordan Echo, Gustavo, Mr. Banks, Cash the Great, Slice and Arrow, Darwin Lopez, right? I saw Wall Street Ray, right? And all of these people, whenever I saw them, I was like, first off, a lot of these people look like me, right? I'm ethnic. A lot of these people that were at this event, they literally look like me. They were all about in my age range. They were talking about, I'm making this many thousands and this many thousands. And then 17-year-old Kyle Persad was a platinum 2000. So I'm like, bro, this junior in high school is making $2,000 every single month minimum just from talking to people. I'm like, bro, are you serious? But guess what? Like many of y'all, I left that event and I didn't join the same day. Go figure. What ended up happening? Kyle Persad messaged me on Instagram. I took that as a sign. I'm like, bro, this is the same 17-year-old I saw at this event. I have no idea why he's messaging me. I don't know if he recognizes me or if this is just like another random person he's reaching out to on Instagram. I joined. I told the dude that brought me to the event, I'm like, bro, like I joined. I'm like you go, like, nah. It was one of those like, I was like, yeah, that was cool. I quit my job. He's still not interested, right? So for all y'all who have friends, who have family that aren't interested and they feel like this is fake, that's cool. I tell people all the time, it's not other people's job to believe in what you're doing. It's your job to believe in what you're doing, right? Because a lot of people get it twisted, like my friends are supposed to support me. No, they're not. They're honestly not supposed to support anything you do until they see that you're consistent in it, right? We, for whatever reason, get it twisted that automatically you're supposed to support me just because you know, love, and respect me. That's not true. If you're a murderer, that doesn't mean I'm just going to support you just because I know, love, and respect. Hey, bro, you know, I stabbed somebody. Like, hey, you going to support me? Like, bro, what? That doesn't even make any sense. So just because I'm taking advantage of an opportunity, you feel as though your friends are supposed to automatically just like, right? Some of us don't have good reputations. I actually had a good reputation. I was never known as like a shicey dude and nothing like that. I was like, man, y'all tripping. All of my friends go join because I got a pretty solid reputation. Bro, I had 2 people that I know join me. One of them quit their job, right? The other one ended up quitting. I'm still here. I'm a Platinum 600. The majority of the people on my team I've literally never met before a day in my life before coming into this opportunity. And I'm trying to help all of them do the same thing I was able to do. So the last thing I'll say before I pass it back to Rose is, if in doubt, and if y'all ever have anything that's going to discourage y'all on this opportunity, I want to leave y'all with this real quick. Whenever I first joined this opportunity, there was a person I went to high school with. I really respected him because he had his own clothing line. He was extremely intelligent, had like a master's in engineer, I think like petroleum engineering, went to great schools. And he stays in California. Like that, those are kind of like some goals that people have, you know, move to California, graduate, have your own business. I was at a mutual friend's wedding. He asked me what I was doing, right? He's like, yeah, I saw I quit your job. Like, what are you doing? As soon as I said the word Forex, I think in his mind, Forex was automatically IML because he just flipped. He's like, oh man, he's like, you doing that? He's like, oh, bro, you tripping? It's like, you'll never be successful in that. I had a dude that I respected tell me to my face at somebody else's wedding with his fiance sitting in his lap, bro. His fiance was sitting in his lap. He looked me in my face and said, that'll never work for you. At that point in time, I know that this is exactly what I was supposed to be doing. So I'm telling all that to say, anybody that looks you in your face and tells you something does not work, just know they're probably not where they want to be in their life, because I had my own apartment. This dude stayed with a roommate paying $1,700 a month in California, and he's trying to tell me what is and what's not going to work for me whenever he's nowhere near where I want to be in my life. So why would I be taking advice from him? Don't take advice and negative criticism for people that are definitely nowhere near the level of success you're trying to achieve. Unless you're like a billionaire. If Warren Buffett is like, hey, bro, it's probably not gonna work, I might be like, damn, like, okay, maybe it's not gonna work out. Bro, you're on my same financial level. There's no reason why you should be so confident in telling me something is not gonna work for me, and in your head, you're trying to give me advice on money whenever we're both in the same financial situation. So with all that being said, I love y'all. This might have went a little longer than I wanted to, but I kind of felt like I need to give y'all some of that mindset towards the end, because Forex is a mind game, bro. Like, you're not going to be successful if you get sad, or like, if somebody always got to like pick you up, bro, you're probably not going to be successful. Like, every time you hit stop loss, like, I got to call you and like lift up your spirit. Like, you just got to be a little bit stronger. Like, just know we're all regular. Rose is an example of a very strong woman. And whenever I heard her story in this business, I realized I wasn't really doing shit. Like Rose, I don't know if y'all know her, so I don't want to put it out like that, but Rose said that she used to like have to live in her car and stuff like that. Like, I've never had to do anything like that. So it's hard for me to be able to make excuses for myself when I've never had a situation like her. And she has a child. And at the same time, she goes hard every single day. So ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all, before I pass it back, to say thank you, Rose, in the chat, because I really appreciate her for putting me on this call with y'all. And I hope that everybody on this call was able to take something from it. I hope y'all can take something from my experience, and I hope y'all can apply it. And moving forward, if anybody ever wants to reach out, feel free to hit me up on Instagram. Rose, I appreciate you, love you. I'm going to pass the call back, and thank you for the opportunity to speak in front of all these people. Thank you, everybody. Let me go ahead and pass it back to Rose. Give her back host. This is actually dope. Like, I didn't really expect to do it. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like wing most of this, but I appreciate everybody for being on the call, man. Like, this was actually pretty cool. Like, Rose, I really appreciate you for doing this. Let me pass it back. All right, bet, Rose, you host again. I'm gonna mute yourself and you do your thing.
All right, cool, yo. Shout out to my man Tyree. Like, I was entertained during this call. I was educated during this call. And most of all, like, my spirits honestly are on another level now. Like, I feel like I'm vibrating on a higher frequency. So y'all go ahead and drop y'all favorite emoji in the chat. Drop a number 7 in the chat. Drop P1000 in the chat. Pop Chairman 10 in the chat. Because, man, yo, Tyree, bro, you going somewhere. You doing special things. You killing it. Like, everybody on here has truly been like focused. I can honestly say that you are a blessing to the game. I appreciate you for this call. I'm over here dying laughing, like, yo, you be having the jokes on deck. Like, I feel like you're my cousin my mom never told me about. Like, I just love your personality, bro, and I just want to show appreciation and gratitude for you, because I see you doing big things and great things. Trust and believe, we're going to meet sooner than you expect. So when you see me, just be like, when that next call is. But for sure, y'all show Tyree some love. Follow him on Instagram. Screenshot this right now. Follow him on Instagram. And I'm going to do a recording. Y'all share it with y'all team. Plug them in tonight. And shout out to everybody who's on this call. Peace and love. Elevate your success, baby.